Hello everybody. This demonstration is to show you how to use our glass grinder as well as also kind of a reminder of what this is. Remember, this is your breaker grouser. Just as a refresh, remember the curve side here, when I am using it like this, when the curve side is up, that is your grouser. That is what you're going to be kind of nibbling a lot of your glass off with. And then to flip it, this is your breaker. So when it's flat like that and you score a line and you just want to grab a hold of it and just break it, that's when it's the flat on there. So we're going to switch over to the jaw line, which I like because it's kind of curved. So I'm going to grab that. So I have this piece right here that I'm working on. And as you can see, I'm going to kind of tilt it a little bit. You can see the reflection. So you can see where the paper is down and where the glass begins. There is way too much glass on here right now for the grinder. Okay, so you want to save yourself a lot of time and grouse this area first. So I'm going to take my grouser, again, curve side up, come inside here, and then I'm just going to grab a little bit, and then I'm going to bring that down. So I'm going to go along this line. So I'm going to show you how far you need to take this down before you end up using the grinder itself. Because the grinder is a really important tool. You just want to make sure that you use it at the right time. Otherwise, again, you kind of add days onto your project. Okay, I'm going to hold this up, try to get that reflection on there. Now you can see that that reflection is much smaller now, and you can see how jagged it is. Now this side is perfect for doing the glass grinding, so I'm going to demonstrate that over here. Slide this over. Bring this right here. So first thing, kind of depending on where this is at, you do want to have this visor down, or you can wear safety goggles when you do that. You don't want anything kind of splashing up into your eyes. This is the water reservoir right here. And at every station, I'll have one of these containers that you might have to fill some water up because you want to pour the water into that reservoir. And what you do is you take this and you push, and that bends this rubber bowl, and you want to kind of fill that up. The first person that uses this, I would always recommend adding some water on top of the sponge. The sponge is what keeps this working well. Okay, so these wheel heads are around like $20 a piece, and they can get dulled out kind of fast. On the this wheel head itself, it has some grinder stuff on it. Let me show you a brand new one. So on this brand new one, I'll kind of bring it up here so you can see it, is that this area right in here, all this is basically kind of like a diamond dust that allows us to grind the glass. This can wear out over time, but you can see that it's a pretty large area. And if I take the thickness of the glass and line that up, you can see that depending on the height of this, I can grind glass here for a while. When that gets dull, I just bring this up a little bit. I can grind it here, grind it there, grind it there, grind it there. You have about like 7 to 10 different layers on here you can actually use. So on the grinding head itself here, there is an Allen wrench kind of stuck off to the side, and then you can see where the screw hole is at. I can stick this inside here, give it a little bit of a turn, and then this can rise up or down a little bit, kind of depending. So a lot of times you won't have to adjust it and then just kind of tighten that down a little bit. A lot of times you won't have to adjust it. But if you notice that your glass isn't grinding very well, that is how you fix it. Is you can bring it up a little bit, bring it down a little bit. If it's still not working, you can come get me. I can check it because at some point all the levels will be bad, and I'll have to toss it, and I'll have to put a brand new one on, and we just keep recycling that. Okay, so we're gonna. This is all set up. I got water here, water here. Next step, drop that down. Is I'm going to turn it on. Right here is the on switch. Once I turn this on, I'm going to just kind of carefully push this in, and then kind of go like that, because I want to kind of grind that down. It'd be good if I had plugged it in. There you go. It's an important step, isn't it? So you can hear that sound, you know that it's grinding, and I'm getting down kind of low like this so I can see it pretty clearly. And what I want to do is I want to take that last little sliver of glass that's on there, I want to grind that off, smooth that out, and then this is perfect. Now I'm going to push in. You don't push in hard. You don't push in light either. You got to find that middle ground. when you do that. Yeah. You know that, one way to know if you're pushing too hard is if you're bleeding all over the place. Then obviously that's way too hard and this is super dull. So you definitely need to adjust it. I'm going to bring this up to the camera over here. So hopefully you can see this. Moving this back and forth. I went right up to the paper, of which I'm supposed to. It looks like I need to get a little bit where my finger's at right there. You can see against my skin. You can see that it's out a little bit, so I'm going to grind that off. But that's how you use this, is you want to go in, really grouse that as far as you can. That'll save you the time. And then you want to go around this entire thing. Again, this part, when you start working on this, if this is my first piece I'm grinding, this is in that bottom left-hand corner. So if you haven't watched that video in terms of how to line up your project, this is it. Once you ground that, stick that into your bottom left-hand corner of your project. And then you can actually take this, you can take the paper off, you can wash this, dry it, and you are done with this piece. Keep that in your set, bottom left-hand corner, whatever piece is here or here or here, you just keep building your design off until you get to the top right-hand corner with that. Other than that, just let me know if you have any questions on that, and good luck on your project. Thank you.